So welcome back to another Tokyo Revengers video, guys. I hope you all have read chapter 237. As you guys know, I will always release the official summary 10 hours before the chapter is released. But this time, to be a little different, I decided to review the whole chapter. So, before we talk about that, as usual guys, I would kindly appreciate it if you can drop a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Let's go into the video now. So, the chapter 236 ended with both Chifu and Takemichi deciding the name of the gang. So I think this chapter starts from the next day. Because dates are very important in Tokyo Revengers manga. That's why I always pay attention to things like this. So the first person to join their gang was MIKEY, which surprised me honestly. Because without even thinking about it the next second, MIKEY said okay to Takemichi. This is really interesting. It shows that MIKEY really has more faith in Takemichi. Takemichi is also surprised to see this. He even says, "You're joining right away with no hesitation." Then MIKEY tells Takemichi, "If you come and ask for some help, there's no way I can turn you down." This line really reminded me of Black Dragon arc. I know you guys also would have felt the same way. It was Takemichi who brought MIKEY from the wrong path to the right path. And that is where his new life began. So I think MIKEY feels obligated to Takemichi for that. Then, our boy Chifu comes forward and tells him to wear the Thousand Winter uniform. Also, this logo is introduced for the first time in manga. So here's a small breakdown. Have you guys ever wondered why Chifu uses the cat symbol? Because the name of the cat in that symbol is MIKEY. It is Chifu's pet cat. And Baji also likes that cat very much. Baji is the one who named it MIKEY. So yeah, it's all refers to Baji. That's why Chifu brought this cat symbol. But we all know that Thousand Winter is the English meaning of the Chifu's name. So it refers to both Baji and Chifu. We don't know for sure what is the masterplan of Ken Wakui-sensei behind it. Well, let's get back to the chapter. So finally MIKEY wears that uniform. You can see Chifu's face in this place. He feels so proud. Really, it's funny for me. We can also see Takemichi hesitant behind Chifu. MIKEY also feels like this name is lame. And while wearing that uniform, he asks if we are going to fight the Kanto Manji gang with this. However, our boy Chifu is talking proudly about the uniform despite all this. So after everything settled down, both Takemichi and Chifu successfully recruited one person into their gang. After that, the three of them discuss about recruiting the next person. Since the Kanto Manji gang is a very big gang, none of these three can do anything against them. Takemichi asks them if there are any people they can trust. Then he asks if they have any friends. Seriously, this scene was so much funny. Because they are all former Toman members. But the only thing that made me think was why both Chifu and MIKEY did not mention the names of any Toman peoples. In chapter 235, Toman people would have said, if anything, "You can count on us." MIKEY was also there at the time. I wonder why they didn't mention their name. So finally, at last a person comes to mind of Takemichi. Just like we know, it's Inupi. So the three of them go to the motorcycle shop, where both Draken and Inupi work. But Chifu is a bit hesitant. Because Inupi has just lost Draken. So it would be a little embarrassing to be told to join a new team without giving enough time. Then the four of them go to the motorcycle shop and start talking. Takemichi tells him Draken's last words. I think the Draken's last words have also become a stimulus for Takemichi. So he tells Inupi the name of the gang and its goal and to join the gang. We get the same response from Inupi as we got from MIKEY. He also agreed to join Takemichi gang. Inupi says, "This is why I choose you." Because he was the one who wanted to see Takemichi as the leader of the 11th Gen Black Dragon gang. So Inupi can follow the Black Dragon's gang will. I think Inupi is finally happy too. Think of Takemichi forming a gang. After all this, we get an important flashback. Inupi after informing the Draken about the Rakihara gang and the start of the Three Deities War and the aftermath. All that happened overnight. After Mikey injured Takemichi to the point of almost losing consciousness, Coco lifts the unconscious Takemichi to the motorcycle shop. Inupi was shocked to see the status of that Takemichi. Since he is now unconscious, Coco tells Inupi to take him to the hospital. It's not just him, but also Senju and South. And the era of three deities has ended. And Coco says from now on this is Mikey era. So, the Kanto Manji gang has finally taken on a new incarnation as the #1 gang in Japan. This will lead to the future of Bonton. We talked about this in detail in my previous video. So now there is no one in Japan to confront Mikey. Until a new gang is formed to confront Mikey. Because Takemichi is doing it now. When Coco set out to resolve the aftermath of the war, Inupi asks him if he is happy with these things. Because he is very worried about Coco. We all know that they have been friends since childhood. So, yeah, he's definitely worried about him. When Coco tells him that following Mikey is like betting on the winning horse. It really reminds me of his backstory. We all know that it was Akane's loss that made Coco want money. Coco always wants to be on the side of the winner. So at least he can do what he wants. And any gang that comes to Coco will see him as a cash machine. This is why Inupi tells Coco that you can live your life without thinking about Akane. The conversation between these two was really very precious to me. Only if you think deeply about it. Because even if you think about it, we will understand more meanings. Coco also knows that Mikey is not like before. Maybe he'll feel confident when he is with him. Finally, Coco tells Inupi that you choose a correct person. So yeah, it's Takemichi. Coco knows how much he respects Shinichiro. I think Coco says it in that sense. After all, Shinichiro and Takemichi have mentioned throughout entire series that they have the same personality. So Inupi thinks about it all. Chifu once again introduces Thousand Winter Gang uniform. But Inupi spits on it and says he will not wear a lame one like that. At least Inupi said what was on his mind. So I think the next few chapters will be about Takemichi recruiting people into his gang. Maybe new characters can be introduced. And Ken Wakui-sensei should tell us what the status of the Senju and Brahmin gang members is. So there are many more things. So I think the story will go on in slow pacing for the next few chapters. Apart from all this, let me know in the comments section what you would like to see in the story. Anyway, if you guys like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. And good luck to all.